So the book that we are reading today is called Goodnight Owl by Greg Pizzoli. By looking at the cover, can you tell me what you think this book is about? The owl saying goodnight? Someone telling an owl goodnight? Those are some good observations. I think this book is a good book because it has some bright colors, bringing print awareness of the pictures and the simple sentences in it. They're really short. Okay, are we ready to read? Let's start. Here we go. Goodnight Owl by Greg Pizzoli. Did you hear that? Owl was settling into bed when he heard a noise. It's right here. When I point to this word, I want you to say squeak with me. Is that a good deal? Yeah? Okay. It was a tiny sound, no louder than a whisper. A funny noise he hadn't heard before. Someone must be at the door, said Owl. Just a minute. But no one was there. Probably just the wind, said Owl. And he lay down in bed and said to himself, "Good night, Owl." Uh-oh. Squeak! Good job. Then he heard the noise again. What do you think this is? A mouse? What do you think the color of a mouse is? Gray? Good job, a gray mouse. It's coming from the cupboard, said Owl. So he went to take a look. Look at this. Look at that cupboard. And what do we see in the corner of that cupboard? A mouse, yes. He emptied every shelf, but there was no noise to be found. I wonder where it is. You guys have any suggestions? It ran away. It probably did. So Owl went back to bed. Good night, Owl, he said. What do we see? Do we see anything? The mouse. Good job. And then he heard the noise. It's coming. I'm pointing. Squeak. Good job. It must be under the floor, said Owl. And he pulled up the floorboards, one by one. But he didn't find the noise. So Owl went back to bed. Where's the noise at? By the bed, right? Good job. Squeak. This house has a noisy roof, yelled Owl. How do you think the owl feels right now? Mad? Upset? Yep, he could be. And he took down the roof. There, said Owl. No more noise. Owl got back into bed, the stars and the moon shining down where his roof used to be. Good night, Owl, he said. But Owl didn't close his eyes. He didn't dare. He knew that any second he would hear the noise. What do you think the owl's doing? Thinking? That is good. He waited and waited and waited and waited. Squeak! It's in the walls, Owl screeched. What do you think the owl is doing here? He's getting mad. And what are these flying all around? Feathers? Good job. I'll get you, Noise, Owl said, as he tore down the walls of his house. So far, what do you think the owl did before he got here to tearing down the house? Do you remember what he did? He took off the roof. Good job. The floorboards. Good job. Yep, and he went through his cupboards. But he found nothing. The cupboard was empty. The floorboards were pulled up. The roof was pulled down. And the walls were gone. Owl went back to bed. And he said, "Good night, Owl." And then he saw the noise. Squeak! Good job. Owl smiled. He said, "Good night, Noise." And they went to sleep. So what do you think happened here? The owl and the noise made friends, right? And they went to bed. And that was the end of our story. Good job, guys.